Well, hello, 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 hello. Let's give it all a chance to kick in. I am Louise Eddington, your freedom guide, helping you to create a deliriously free life. Hi, people are arriving. Well, Saturn is in Sagittarius, and we are about to have a rapid shift in energy here in Utah too, with a drop of about 20 degrees and snow. It was like 50 degrees when I woke up this morning, and it's not going to be that way at the end of the day. It's going to be like 30 degrees and snow. So that's very Capricornian, very winter, very cold, a bit kind of harsher. But you know, I love Saturn. I love Capricorn. I think I love all of it. But I think we have to love and embrace it all. We have to have deep acceptance of all the energies. If we spend our lives going around going, oh, Saturn, oh, Mercury retrograde, oh, dear, oh, it's really hard. If we go around doing that, you know, it's... I'm not saying I never do. I get down in the dumps, you know, I'm human, so I sit here telling you all this stuff. But really, I'm half the time telling myself stuff too. So, you know. Anyway, I'm going to get this done and walk the dogs before the snow hits. Because they might not get one over the next couple of days. Oh, it's the weekend, let me tell you. Here in Utah, I talk about rapid temperature change. I'm going to tell you, it's still 50 degrees at the minute. So we're still like nice and warm. Or is it? Has it gone down? Oh no, it's gone down 45 to 45. So I need to get doing. But tomorrow it won't get above freezing at all. It's going to get high of 29 and low of 16. Then Saturday night the low is going to be 11. But it has its good sides because I get to wear my nice fluffy socks and my nice sweaters and cuddle under my nice blanket on the bed, get the fire going, get the heat up, watch movies with my husband and my family. You know, everything has a yin and yang. I have to look at what's good, what's right and good. And I've just realised it says Astrology and Tarot. I dropped some candle wax on my like keyboard, and it's kind of playing up a little bit right now. I may have to get a new one at some point. It seems to be getting worse over time. But anyway, so I've talked enough today about the energies. If you weren't on my free call, then that I did for the Planetary Magic Cafe, it's not too late. You can go to the link on this page or join the group and register for the call. Registration is available afterwards too, and I'll be sending out the recording probably in the morning. I've just got to get all the emails put onto my email program to send it out. And then but the energy for the rest of the day, the moon is void. I forgot to mention that in my post. I think I mentioned it in a couple of comments. The moon is void until 7:29 p.m., which is kind of giving us actually a little bit of a breather to settle into this Capricorn energy, because the moon is void in Capricorn. So I'm getting a lot done, but clearing more kind of in the clearing kind of up way. At 7:29 Mountain tonight, the moon will move into Aquarius, and that's kind of really those bigger thoughts and bigger connections and disconnected emotions. So it's very freeing and very social, which is really good for this time of year for the holidays, to have a nice Aquarian moon kind of leading us into the holidays. But most important is this sun moving into Capricorn. Now, the Cazimi, which is the Saturn being in the heart of the Sun. Actually, I'm just going to work out when it begins for you. Actually, I should have done this before I get on, but you know, it's what it is, let's say. So once the Sun is 17 minutes away, so 6. Oh, excuse my dog. Aussie. So it's when the Sun is at 29 degrees and 19 minutes, probably. Or maybe 18 minutes. Really, I'm just giving chance for people to come on as well, because where is everybody? It's only Wednesday. Anyway, the Cazimi begins actually at about 5 p.m. this evening. Okay, because then the Sun will be 17 degrees. Actually, no, that's rubbish. What am I talking about? I'm like, that's awfully long. Silly me. My mental math is completely off there. So anyway, bear with me while I ramble on. Let me pull a card while I do it, because I have shuffled. So I'm just going to cut it a couple of times. And I am going to determined to tell you when this, that's a very Saturnian word, by the way. So 43, 46. So Saturn 9. Oh, we've got a lot of noise outside too. So you feel the energy's kind of shifted, really. It has shifted. Anyway, no. It begins at 6:22 a.m. tomorrow, Cazimi. Okay, that's when Saturn is in the heart of the Sun. Now, there's an article going around saying that the solstice will be the worst day of the year because Saturn and the Sun are both in Capricorn together. Well, actually, Cazimi usually shines a light on the best of a planet. So all the better kind of qualities of Saturn are likely to be prominent under the Cazimi, which is, I think, great for the start of Saturn in Capricorn. So kind of all these healthy kind of boundaries, all the discipline, maturity, not always sexy, I know, but you know, being kind of the authority, the teacher, the mentor, the you know, the elder, all that kind of thing. All that energy is being heightened, and the Sun is shining this light on it at the 0 degree, the world number kind of thing. The 0 is everything and nothing. It's the real new beginnings rather than one, because it's endings and beginnings. So to my mind, this bodes really, really well for the next 30 months. Okay. So I don't know if I buy that article. I'm sure there's going to be, you know, not everything's always all sunshine and roses, all the positives, but I don't buy that the solstice is the worst day of the year at all. Nope, no, sorry. But, you know, I'm sure there won't be some things, but it's going to be the sun kind of almost blocking the energy of Saturn and or shining its bright light on it, or Saturn being subsumed by the light of the Sun. If you remember, the Sun is our core. Okay, it's our ego, it's everything. And if the Sun is just shining onto it, it's highlighting the best of it. So I'm kind of really happy with it. Hi Heidi, hello, hi Rose. Anyway, that's me for astrology. Let me see if there was anything else I wanted to talk about, actually. Sorry. Just while we're on. Yeah, as I said, my free call was great today. Not too late to register if you want the recording, you missed the live, but you can do it. The Kazemi is kind of exact around 24 hours time, actually. So almost all day tomorrow here in Utah we have Sun, Kazemi, Saturn. It's a great day to really get moving. But then Mercury is retrograde still and station. Now I actually I have this new astrologer friend who's quite an unusual guy, but he's a very good astrologer. He kind of thinks that things that are begun at the station, and the Mercury station is on Friday, he kind of seems to think that that those things get set in stone more, because he's saying the tax bill might be set in stone. I'm not convinced, but we'll see. So that's a very Saturnian word and Capricorn word, stone. So maybe it will be. I don't know though. I see ructions ahead. Anyway, I hate pulling cards like this, but as you guys know, these things always have a positive side. So this is the Sorrow card, and because we've gone for, it's a really massive shift we're having today and tomorrow, with first Saturn and then the Sun going into Three of Swords, going into Capricorn. Saturn can be quite depressive, and it can be a shift from this positivity of Sagittarius that we've had. All this energy just going whoop into Capricorn. There might be a little bit of sorrow. So this is sorrow that's being reworked in the mind. It's specifically negative thinking about the past, and particularly the parts of the past that have produced sorrow. The Three of Swords represents events or sorrow that have pierced our nature to the core, which is symbolized by the swords piercing the lotus blossom to its core, with petals falling from its stem. The Three of Swords reflects a tendency in the mind to rework the old bones of the past, and particularly the parts of the past that contain sorrow or negativity. So, wherever you are living in the past and reworking, this is what's bringing you sorrow. So it's important to remember that this is only through negative thinking in the mind. This is a mental tape or an old way of thinking about the past. This is not sorrow that's held in the heart or in the body. This is a tendency in the mind to resurrect old parts of the past, particularly the sad and negative parts. So this card is actually asking you to change your perspective or thinking about the past by not going over those old bones, okay? Not rehashing it all the time, which could be a tendency with this Saturn in Capricorn. You could be going, oh, I wish I'd done that. I should have done this. I should have done that. Don't do it. Don't say that to yourself. No regrets. Master the lesson. You can't change it. Move on. Saturn's mastery too. All right then, my lovelies. So thank you for joining me, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Expect these to slow down a little bit over the holidays again. Oh, and also my retreat in Arizona. One of the queen bedrooms has gone yet. We have one queen bedroom and the lazy boy bed left. You're welcome, Heidi. I'm always grateful for you. So we have one queen bedroom which can be shared, or you can have it to yourself, or the lazy boy left. After that, I am open to a couple of people bringing kind of a sleeping bag and sleeping on the living room floor. I'm open to that possibility, but you would be in the public area. We need to negotiate a price. Or there's some quite cheap hotels nearby if you want to just come for the workshop. So that's my retreat, my fucking magic of too muchness intensive in Dove Mountain, Arizona, April the 5th to April the 9th. It's going to be freaking amazing. So if you want to come, let me know. If you need a payment plan, let me know. But come join me. It's going to be amazing, right in the Sonoran Desert, learning all about the goddess energy in your charts and really embodying it, your true freaking muchness. Mwah! Love you guys.